Katell, and I'm your host for Ask the Chapter. Today, I'm very, very happy to have on the show Edith Bendermacher, who is leading globalization at NetApp here in Silicon Valley. But she's also the chapter manager for the Silicon Valley chapter of Women in Localization. Welcome, Edith.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Katell.
Very excited to have you. Edith and I know each other, so it's very nice. It's like having a friend, having a chat with a friend. So I really like that. It's lovely. Just before the holidays, so let's start with me asking you about a little bit about yourself. You know, what's your background professionally? Where do you come from, and how did you get involved with women in localization?
Thank you, Katell. And yes, we are friends because of Women in Localization. I think that's how
right.
we met,
That's right. Yes.
I remember when you were organizing events at some company I probably shouldn't mention right now, but that's how we got to know each other, and we are friends still. So yes, thank you. My name is Edith Bendermacher. I'm the Director of Globalization at NetApp. Our mission is to enable the global customer experience, whatever that means. So we localize, obviously, products, marketing, whatever there is that affects the global customer experience. That's my day job. I spent a lot of time with it. I have a great team located all around the world. And then in my spare time, I love to volunteer. One of the dearest organizations to my heart is Women in Localization. So when I started my career 14 years ago in localization, after coming from publishing and from public relations, I kind of fell into localization at NetApp. I started at NetApp and I'm still here. And actually a lot of things that I've learned and how I've built my career was because of Women in Localization. I early on already attended many of the events. I loved it. I gathered so much information. I learned so much. I actually built my network starting from Women in Localization events in Silicon Valley. So that's how
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about the chapter itself. This is a very busy area, you know, for localization. And we have all sorts of companies, all sorts of people, but tell me about like your members, what makes it special, you know, in compared to other chapters.
Yeah, so I've been involved in Women in Localization in the global organization. So I've been doing that. I've been also program director for marketing and global for the global growth and diversity programs. 2 years ago, right after COVID, or like after COVID, I felt there was not enough in-person events. There were the big events, the big conferences, but the smaller networking was still all happening over the webinars, and everything was online. And I kind of felt like I really wanted to see people again, because we didn't see people for quite some time. So I reached out to the Silicon Valley chapter leadership team at that time, and I pinged them and I say, hey guys, do you have any openings? Is there anything that I can help you with? And they were like, yes, please come and join us. So I started as marketing manager on the in the chapter. And then so 6 months into it, it was the summer of like a year and a half ago. During the summer, there was a lot of change. So the chapter manager at that time, she had to step out for personal reasons. I think she started a new role. She said, I cannot do it anymore. Some other people stepped out because they have been in the chapter already for quite some time. And then so there was just me and one other person that stayed behind. And then so I said, okay, I don't want to stop it. We have to continue, because the mission that I set to accomplish, it was still in my mind. And so, I talked to the leadership team, the program director of Women in Localization for chapters. And then I said, let me build out the team. And then we kind of restart all the activities again. So I did. I went around, I contacted a few people. A few people were also reaching out also proactively. And then I built a team. And I think by December, we had a working team, and we hosted our first event.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what kind of event, you touched a little bit on this, but what kind of events and initiatives have you been driving since then? What does that look like?
Yeah, so then for that first year, our goal was to host 4 events per year. And those events were supposed to be all in person. So, that was already a big goal. Another goal was also to build out our social media presence, right? I believe in continuity. So once you put something out there and women localization is out there, you need to engage with people on all these different levels. So those were the two goals we set. The events that we then planned and hosted, we went out and we asked the members. We asked our members, what are they interested in? So we sent out a survey. We kind of, how many answers we got, we kind of took all that together and we looked what are the topics that people are interested in. So women in localization advancements, this is the focus of our global organization. It's about the advancements of women, but there are different topics that relate to us or that are important to us. We are in different stages of our career. Sometimes we need professional growth help, and we just want to listen to people who maybe went through the same experiences. Some of us, we love technology and we want to know what's out there, what's the new thing, but also because it is around localization, what are the things that currently drive localization? How has it changed from when we started, and how is it going now? And I will not say AI, right? But those were the topics. Yes, thank you. And we don't have to go in that direction at all today. And then we also just want to do a networking event where there is nothing that we want to talk about, but we want to talk about ourselves. We want to talk, where are you going on vacation? What is maybe your new role that you are looking into it? What is maybe some challenges that you have? So this was kind of the range of what our members were asking for. And then we catered to that. So we tailored then the events based on these topics. We found then panel speakers. So we like panels because then you can include multiple people. Obviously, it's also nice when you have one person presenting, but the panel exposes many different opinions, many different point views, many different experiences. So then, those panels, we had 3 panels, 1 networking event, and additionally, we then also focus on LinkedIn, on our social media presence, and we have been posting regularly, engaging with our members also through the comment section. And through that, actually, we have gotten new leadership members because a chapter also goes through changes. Again, I mentioned it before. People have different priorities change, whatever it is. Sometimes they have to step out, but we always have a pipeline of people who want to be part of the leadership team and help out. So when I look at 2024 and also half of 23, I feel like we've accomplished these goals. I think we started to build out the connection of the community here in Silicon Valley.
That's awesome. Did you make the conscious choice not to have online events?
Yes. And I've been asked about it, and we know that globally a lot of chapters still do online events. But we consciously said we will not do it online for 2025. With the new leader, we were already talking that this could be an opportunity to add few additional events, and those could be hosted online.
Yeah, I must say, even though I am very aware that I could not make it to the last event, that I was so annoyed that I could not make it, I really appreciate the effort in putting those in-person events. I think I've missed this for sure, and nothing replaces the interaction in person. So it's great that you guys have been focusing on this. So I will scrap my AI question, obviously, but the next one I have around you is for you is your membership. So your members, the people that you see in those events, do you see who are they? Are they a mix of buyers, vendors? You have students? Like, tell me a little bit who you see in those events.
Yeah, so our members are diverse. You already mentioned pretty much all the categories. We have, we have experienced people, and we have people who are just starting out. We have big companies, we have small companies. Yes, we have suppliers or vendors, enterprise companies. We have the entire range. This is Silicon Valley, right? So there's a lot of technology out here. There's a lot of companies, and everybody pretty much has a globalization or localization team. So I think we have a very good base. I think we do struggle a little bit with Silicon Valley being a big place. From San Jose to San Francisco during rush hour, it could be a 2-hour commute. So at times we do notice that people can just not attend an event because
Yeah.
of, of the time of the event and then the traffic that comes with it. We did try to work with that. We have events in San Francisco and we have events in San Jose. Sometimes we also do something mid-peninsula to kind of cater to, to all the different groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do also have a lot of students coming from MIS. MIS
Mm-hmm.
is located in Monterey. We all know about MIS and the great students that come from there, and also their two-year program that they have around globalization and localization. We have a lot of people coming actually and attending our events. So then the mix between, the people that have been in industry for a long time and then newcomers is great. I think this is where what's also has been exciting. It's not the same people meeting and talking about the same things because we all known each other for a long time and we kind of default to some of the same topics, right? There is a new mix of people and a lot of them come because they need the push. They need the, the experiences that they learn about maybe, and at times they even ask real questions. How do I do it? How do I do it as a new hire? How do I go and say to someone, no, I cannot do it, right? Like to say no, we all learn about it, but how do you really do it?
How do you actually
Right?
do it? Yeah.
Right? When you're on VP or maybe a director or whoever, right? Maybe in a more mature role, it's a very different conversation you're having than when you are just starting out. Yet we all preach, we all talk about it, and we want people to be able to learn it for themselves, feel empowered, but we need to give them the tools. We cannot just say it and not help them with some, substantial and real examples how they can go about it.
Yeah, no, that's very true. You mentioned Miss, so they have a chapter down there as well, and then there's other chapters I can think of on the West Coast, like LA or Pacific Northwest. Have you seeked out connections with them, partnership, this kind of stuff?
So not in my tenure, and that was because we, with the team and with a few goals that we've had, but it is a great idea. But when I travel, I reach out to people in women in localization chapters, right? So when I was just traveling to Bangalore, I seeked out someone and I said, hey, do you want to quickly meet? I wouldn't have done it otherwise, but it is because of women in localization. There is a network, like a, automatic network that you have. It is a great idea to connect though to other chapters. I do steal sometimes their ideas on social media. So when
You should.
and we should exactly. So when I see cute posts or something, sometimes I give it back to our social media team and I say, hey, look, this is really good. Maybe we can do something similar. And then so I think there is also an exchange between the chapters that we might not even know about. But it is a great idea to collaborate, especially if you are so close by. And I think with MIS, the collaboration is between the members. I think the members see both chapters that they can participate. So you can be a member of one or the other of both, and you can attend the events
True.
that both chapters are
Yeah,
organizing.
that's very true. I've found that the Miss students are usually pretty mobile, and they will come up to
They do.
to the valley to attend a lot of the sometimes all the way to San Francisco, which is a long way from from Monterey.
I
Sometimes.
know. I know. That was the traffic that I was talking about before.
I
Now
know.
you're
That's
adding another hour
I
to
know.
that traffic
Yeah.
already.
Hmm.
So yes, they are
Exactly.
very brave. Yes.
Yeah, they're very committed for sure. So before we close, can you tell me a little bit? You mentioned that new leadership is coming into the chapter. So tell me a little bit what's coming up in 2025.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. I will not leave the chapter. I will stay in some role, maybe back to the marketing manager,
Hmm.
maybe.
Hmm.
Yes, we will have a new leader in 2025. And, we kind of talked about the goals. I think we will continue with the goals of hosting events. I don't think we will change that. The idea is maybe adding a few online events to cater to a little bit bigger group. LinkedIn or our social media strategy will not change. We want to continuously engage with people wherever they are in the middle of the night, whenever they have time to get on LinkedIn and kind of
Yeah.
react to us. I think for the events, we are obviously also looking for sponsors. We are also looking for companies that can help us hosting the events. So that will be also a focus for this year, to build out a base of resources that we can tap into. You would think that in Silicon Valley, everybody is working at a big company, everybody can just host an event. It's not, especially
Yeah.
after COVID. It did become an issue, but we have had great partners this year. They allowed us in their buildings. We had one supplier or vendor providing the hospitality, and it was great because we could put food out there, we could put drinks,
Yeah.
which makes the gathering a little bit more,
Yeah.
personal, and you want to stay around, and it never ends on time because of that, because there is a little bit of drink, there is a little
Yeah.
bit of food. So hopefully for 2025, we can build out a bigger base of these, companies that can help us to host the events. We do offer that people can then also present at an event. So that is also an additional bonus for a sponsor. And also for the company that is hosting us. Some take us up on the offer. Some just say, no, just come, use the room, and then just bring your own panelists or speakers
Yeah.
and audience.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I remember sometimes, I think it was one time somebody told me, oh, I love going to the Women in Local events because
Yeah.
there's always wine.
Yeah.
We have the
So,
food and we
yes.
have the wine people.
Yes, that's right. We didn't have wine because, again, with the traffic and all of that, everybody's rushing out. But now you're giving us
Okay.
an idea.
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
bring it back to the team. Let's bring back the wine.
Great. Edith, thank you so much for your time. It was lovely chatting with you. Thank you for making the time for us. And I hope you have a great break, great vacation, and a great start of 2025. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Katell. All the same to you. Nice to see you.
Bye.